All right. I know I look like a bum right now. I got a hoodie, I got a beanie on, and I'm wearing Muay Thai shorts. But that's the life of living at home and working from home. And it's also winter, so it's pretty cold. But despite looking the way that I look, I figured I'd sit down and spew out some knowledge and talk to you guys about how you can make money by creating content online. I know, baby. I have to teach these people some knowledge. You know, they're taking their time. They're investing their time into watching this video, so I want to teach them a few things. Okay, Kaido? Okay. I wish I had a cigar, but I don't usually drink coffee, but a coffee will do for this session. Hopefully this session isn't too long. I don't yap for too long, but we'll see. We'll just get through what I have to say. So there's really two ways in which you can start making money online through creating content. The number one method, and probably the most popular method, is by becoming an influencer. And so to make your money as an influencer, you either need to be monetized on the social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, X, TikTok. And in order for you to be monetized on those platforms, you need to hit a certain threshold, whether that's watch hours and amount of followers and subscribers. So that's the most common one. And depending on what niche you're in, the amount of money that you're going to make is going to vary. For example, I know if you're just making vlog videos, you can earn a decent amount, but you're not going to make as much as people in the finance niche. And the reason for that is simply the advertisers. People that watch finance content are typically people with disposable income, and so therefore advertisers are most likely gonna want their ads in front of those videos because the audience are going to be people of high quality, people that have money. Whereas if you're just making vlogs or prank videos, people all over the world can watch those. You know, people from third world countries which don't really have purchasing power, and so having those people see their advertisements means nothing because they're not gonna convert into the thing that they're selling. And so that's one thing. And another thing is, even if you don't have the followers or subscribers or the watch hours, one way you can start generating money as an influencer is through affiliate marketing. And so affiliate marketing is essentially just a program where you get paid commission. So for example, I have an affiliate link for Amazon for this tripod, and I make a video about this tripod, and I tell you guys, hey, if you want this same exact tripod, use the link in my bio to purchase this tripod. And for the people that buy this tripod, it's going to be tracked using that link, and I would basically get a commission. So for example, for every tripod I sell through that link, I might get 50 cents, a dollar, whatever the case may be. So that's another thing. Also, another thing is through UGC content. UGC content is becoming very, very popular right now just because it's the best organic way to promote businesses, products. And so typically brands will reach out to influencers or micro influencers, and they will tell them, hey, we'll pay you $100, $250 per content that you create. And so for example, if I am selling this candle, I might reach out to a micro influencer who is probably in the range of 10,000 followers to 100,000 followers. I'll ask them what their rate is, and I'll tell them, hey, just create some UGC content about my product. I'll send you the product and we'll give you a flat rate. The best part about the UGC content is that influencers typically have their own rate, And so if the company has the budget to hire you, then you can make a decent amount. Typically, the more followers you have, the more engagement you have on your page, the more you can charge. So that's the influencer side of things. Now, I've never made a single dime in that realm. The way I made my money and the way that I know how to generate money for people through content is having a business. Now, what do I mean by this? Are my feet showing? No. Okay, we don't want to show my feet. It's not because it's sexy, but it's because it's disgusting. I feel like a real adult taking a sip of my coffee. Although Kaido is kind of bothering me, but it's okay. As long as he's not barking. That's all that matters. Okay, now, let me talk to you about how I was able to make my money through content. So, the other way of making money on social media is having a product or a service that you can sell to people. Now, this is your own business. So you're basically creating content to generate attention, and which then translate into converting those eyeballs into a client. So, for example, let me use myself as an example. When I was running my marketing agency, I was creating content every single day for the most part. And so my main strategy was I just wanted to show people that my business exists. And so my market wasn't that large because it was a local business. I was running a marketing agency here in my city, here in Ottawa, which is a relatively small city. But unlike an influencer, I didn't need thousands of views. I didn't need millions of views. I didn't need thousands and thousands of followers in order for me to start making money, because the way I was making money was on the back end. I just wanted to get attention of the people that could afford my services. And so looking back at that now, my Instagram account, before I deactivated, I only had about 6,000 followers, and my average view were probably around 3,000 to 4,000 views per post. And so that's not a lot. If you're an influencer and you're trying to make money through affiliate marketing, or you're trying to get money through monetization, you're not gonna get any money with that. You're not at all. But for me, I was able to build a 6-figure business by just having that amount of eyeballs. Why? Because the people that were watching my videos were my potential customers. I was able to convert those viewers into clients. And so my services at the time, I was charging a minimum of $3,500 a month with a minimum of a 3-month agreement. And so anytime I was able to close one of those viewers into a client, that was an automatic 10.5K in the next 3 months in the bank account. Now, obviously I had to service them, but what I'm saying is I could have put out a video and gotten 100 views. And if I closed one person out of those 100 views, I still made $10,000. Whereas if it was an influencer, 100 views would mean nothing, right? Even if you had an affiliate link, the likelihood of someone buying that product is very low, right? Let's say your conversion rate is 1% at the very top of the funnel, which is crazy. You're still just getting one sale. And if you're selling something that is low ticket, like a $20 tripod, you're probably gonna make 50 cents at most, if that. And the thing about your business is that if you're selling something that is very high ticket, you don't really need a lot of views to make a lot of money. You just wanna make sure that your content is very intentional and you're talking to the right target audience. Because like I said, even if I was creating content and I was getting millions and millions of views, but if none of those viewers were from Ottawa, who were business owners who could afford my services, it means absolutely nothing. I would still make $0. And at the end of the day, I wasn't trying to become famous. I wasn't trying to get all the views. I wasn't trying to go viral. I was trying to sell my service. And so my content was very intentional. My content was talking to the right target audience. I was making sure that I was uncovering their pain points and I was solving their pain points through my content by showing them what we can do. And so, how long have I been yapping? Okay, I've been yapping for almost 11 minutes now. Let me savor this. One sip. So, the bottom line is, if you have a business, if you have a service-based business that is high ticket, you don't have to worry about getting a lot of views. Now, if you have a product, on the other hand, and your product is low ticket, like a $20 product, as for example, if you're drop shipping, now you're definitely gonna need a lot of eyeballs. You're definitely gonna need a lot of brand awareness, but then that's when you can start paying for ads. You know, we can talk about paid media another time, but all of this is just all organic content. Now, when you can pair organic content with paid media, then man, you have just unlocked a whole different dimension. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's how you can start making money on social media, by just creating content. Now, one thing is that creating content is great, but you want to make sure that you're creating content consistently, because, excuse me, hopefully no ladies are watching, and if there are, hello. What was I saying? God damn it, I lost my train of thought. Think. I lost my train of thought. Oh well, but I feel like it was something very important. Something very important. God damn it, maybe, do I have to make a part 2? I really don't want to make a part 2, so hopefully I remember. But if I don't remember, then it's probably not that important. Gosh. What was I saying? I feel like I have to review this, but I want to just do this in one take. I don't want to do any editing. No editing magic. But we'll see. I'll watch this video, and if I come across it again, then yeah, we'll do it. Unless you can give me a few minutes. What was I saying? Maybe I'll take a sip of coffee. I was talking about how when you marry ads and organic content, that's when you really unlock a whole different dimension. Yes. You unlock a whole different dimension. Yeah. Because now you're able to, yes. Oh yeah. So the reason why, we'll talk about it another time, but what I'm saying is when you have organic, oh yes, now I remember. See, beautiful. Thank you for being so patient with me. So what I was saying is that creating content is great, but making content consistently is even better, because at the end of the day, the market is very, very competitive. You got to understand that there are millions of content that are being posted every single day. And so if you are not posting at least 3 to 5 times a week, you're going to be easily forgotten. You know, I have spoken to some business owners back when I was running my marketing agency, and they were telling me that, you know, I want to post at least once a month. Excuse me? You want to post once a month. So you're telling me that you want to dominate your market. You want to become the authority. You want to build credibility and only post 1 post a month? That's 12 content per year. You're telling me that posting 12 times in a year is enough for you to dominate the market? I told them, listen, if that's how you're gonna wanna operate, we cannot work together, because I pride myself in making sure that we get you the best results. And if you're gonna wanna operate your business where you wanna only post once a month, it's not gonna happen. And so post consistently, because you wanna make sure that you're constantly reminding people that you exist. You wanna be in front of people. You wanna remind people more than you are teaching them. And so, yes, show up consistently and be disciplined and don't miss days. Because you got to understand that creating content, especially, oh, sorry, gentlemen and ladies, if there are any. Creating content is part of the job, and it needs to get done, and it needs to get done all of the time, regardless on how you feel. So, yes. Pinky up. Anyway, hopefully you found some value in this video. It's been close to 16 minutes now. Hopefully you were able to learn something with this sit down session with me. Now, I wish I had a cigar. I do have my cigar over here, but you know, we're not gonna smoke that in the house. We are a gentleman and we do not own this house. We are only renting very expensively, especially for the amount of space that I use for this house. Not worth it, but it's okay. You gotta pay the price. You gotta pay to win. Wait, no. You gotta pay to play. Anyway, peace.